Becky Lynch is injured and missed last night's Raw. Stone Cold Steve Austin's role at this year's WrestleMania has been revealed, and new champions have been crowned on Raw as well. More on that in just a bit. Yes, that's right, Andrew. Becky Lynch announced on Twitter that she had suffered an injury, a fractured voice box, in fact, while wrestling Bianca Belair at a live event in Allentown, Pennsylvania, the night before Raw on Sunday night. She still worked the main event of the show against Bianca Belair and Rhea Ripley and won it as well, but it sounds like a nasty one. I didn't even know that was I don't think I've ever heard of this before either, a fractured voice box.
Yeah, me neither. Apparently she got hoof straight in the old throat there by Bianca Belair.
Yes, since then, on fan video, it's emerged that Bianca Belair seemed to punch Becky Lynch in the throat, and Becky immediately went for grabbed her neck, and it suggests that this might be a reason for it. Also, in a videotape backstage, possibly at Raw, she claimed that she was at Raw. She said she'd made it to Raw, but it wasn't actually part of the show, and has a very hoarse voice in it, which would suggest again that the injury is legit. She also posted a photo on her Instagram from a hospital bed, which looked as though she was getting treatment for some sort of throat issue, I guess. Hopefully she's okay. She seems in high spirits. It's still plugging the feud that she's going to be hopefully competing with, wrestling at WrestleMania, I guess. So.
And that's the thing as well. She's just a consummate professional, right? She apparently ended up sort of at the venue after Raw. She cut this promo on her phone and was proper going for it, but also you could see she was kind of struggling to speak at the same time as well, as I guess you would do if you got a fractured voice box, but absolutely just committed, isn't she? She's really committed to just the character, staying in character and making sure that, we get to WrestleMania and have this big blow off between her and Bianca Belair.
Well, absolutely, and hopefully that does happen, because PW Insider are saying that their sources suggest that Becky Lynch is legitimately hurt, but will only be out of action for the next 2 weeks. As long as it all goes according to plan, she should in theory be good to go at WrestleMania 38 against Bianca Belair. So hopefully that's what happens.
Fingers crossed. I'm hoping so.
I've been punched in the throat before.
Really?
Yeah, once on a night out.
What happened?
I laughed at a man at a bar and he punched me in the throat.
Have you ever seen the one where they go whoa right near you,
No.
like in the Matrix, and then they go whoa and stick the fingers out?
Yeah. Whoa. He didn't do that.
Oh, he just full on went for it.
He just punched me. I think he was aiming for my face, but was drunk.
Yeah.
And it was almost as bad. It was horrible. So I didn't fracture my voice box. So.
He forgets that you're the hardest man ever.
No,
in
I didn't
Newcastle.
retaliate.
You didn't,
well,
because
he got immediately kicked out. Obviously, so But that was just handy for me because I didn't want to. I was like, oh, he was 40 and quite stocky, and I was like, oh no,
I don't want to kill a man, is what you thought. I don't want to kill a man.
No, that's not what I was thinking. Anyway, moving swiftly on to the real hardest man in town, Stone Cold Steve Austin, because it seems as though. Was that a what? Oh, very good. Because it seems as though his role at WrestleMania has potentially been revealed, or at least we're closer to understanding what his role at WrestleMania is going to be. Andrew, what happened on Raw?
So, sort of after Raw closed, we got Kevin Owens calling out Steve Cold Stone Austin.
Steve Cold,
Cold Steve, as Danhausen likes to call him. 16-3. Stone Cold Steve Austin, and he wants him to appear at a WrestleMania edition of the Kevin Owens show. And Kevin Owens cuts this really raw promo. It's very, very good. Dropping hints throughout the whole entire promo as to who he is calling out. Saying the bottom line, I wonder if this guy sat at home drinking beers and whatnot. And it was very, very good. So basically, Stone Cold is not really confirmed yet as to whether he is going to have a match at WrestleMania. And I guess this is the next best thing, is to sort of get something from that. Yeah.
All the stories leading up to kind of this episode of Raw were indicating that WWE wanted Austin to wrestle, reportedly anyway, and that Austin was apparently on his side a bit more hesitant. And this seems to suggest that a compromise is being reached. With a non-wrestling segment at WrestleMania, and with it taking place in Dallas, obviously, I think people will just be happy to see Austin one way or another.
Yeah, this is a good way, I think, as well. As I can't remember if it was me and you or me and Tom that were talking about it. I was like, maybe there's a backstage brawl or something where it's not quite a wrestling match, but it's physical in some capacity. And a Kevin Owens show, something always happens, right? There's stunners galore, people getting thrown about, chairs getting tossed here, there, and everywhere. So it's this. I think this is a really good way to bring Stone Cold in and have him do something that's not a match, but also physical at the same time. Yeah,
I just guess because I find Owens a bit too likable. I wish it was someone else.
That's the thing.
I know. I kind of want Owens to have a match really at WrestleMania.
I mean, that would be nice.
Not with Austin necessarily. Just a
just
featured
something, right?
You know,
yeah.
But anyway, WWE tweeted this morning saying, breaking news, Steve Austin will respond to the WrestleMania invitation from Kevin Owens at 12 p.m. Eastern, which is...
Maths.
Oh, man. I thought you were doing the math, so you're just doing sound effects. Okay, John, come on. Later on today.
I think it might be, from what I saw Tom put in the news chat, somewhere around 5 o'clock or something.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say.
Yeah, that's what you were going to say.
Elsewhere on Raw, we saw the in-ring debut of the current NXT champion Bron Breakker, who teamed with Tommaso Ciampa to defeat Dolph Ziggler and Robert Roode, those dirty dogs. Afterwards, in a post-match bit, Ziggler, Ciampa, and Bron Breakker all built hype towards their triple threat match on tonight's NXT Roadblock event for the NXT Championship. A match which I'm reasonably confident Bron Breakker's going to win. But I can see them...
But he got the pin. He got the pin but it was on Robert Roode though, so...
Yeah.
I mean, something could... I don't know. I kind of... wouldn't mind seeing Ziggler win, you know, and being really cocky and just being a dastardly heel.
You know a cat, right?
I do know a cat.
Toss it into a group of pigeons. That's what it would do. It would set that cat amongst those pigeons.
Oh, it would do?
Oh, it certainly would. If Dolph Ziggler became NXT champion.
Do you want to know something, though, as well? Bron Breakker looked fantastic in his Raw debut. Like, he was working the cameras perfectly. It's like he knew exactly what to do. Not that he doesn't, you know, he's a professional wrestler. Yeah. But he looked fantastic, and I can honestly, as many people can, see him being just a huge main event player.
I've been thinking, right... Could they just want to call Bron Breakker up straight away? Because he's everything they'd want. It's everything Vince McMahon would want in a main eventer. And then I got thinking, well, why have they made this a triple threat? Is it so he doesn't take the fall in losing his title? That's why I'm a bit like, ooh.
Maybe it could be Ziggler then. Ziggler's, whoa, it's like you're some kind of wrestling analysis.
Oh, no. Stop it.
Yes, stop.
But no, I'm going to be very interested to see what the result of that match indeed is. And if my body clock stays backwards, I could be well awake for it actually happening. Also, there's going to be there was a title change, on Raw last night. In what I could only see for online was quite a highly enjoyed match.
It wasn't a bad Raw at all. Like there were a lot of good matches on Raw. Yeah, so Randy Orton and Riddle, RK Bro, and now the new Raw Tag Team Champions.
And in the aftermath, this made Orton so emotional. He even said that Riddle was his friend.
Wow.
I know. I can't believe
Emotional development.
This match really hit headlines for one spot in particular, I think. The Chad Gable moonsault, Riddle rolling out the way, Randall rolling in the way, RKO.
Ridiculous.
And it wasn't even the finish.
It just kept ramping up and up and up, and it was a really, really good match. Everybody looked amazing throughout the whole entire thing. I loved Randy just dumping people on the announce table. Couldn't do it to Otis, but then whoop, Riddle comes in and they both do it together. Like, it was really, really good. It was a
good mix of like fun and high octane action.
And it was really difficult to see who was actually going to come out on top, because it looked like Owens and Seth were going to do it.
Exactly. I wouldn't have guessed this at all. And this obviously led to Rollins walking off all despondent, Owens obviously sticking around to call out ultimately Steve Austin. So I like the storytelling as well. It's moved one thing to another logically.
Yeah, me too, because he can't get that WrestleMania match, can he, if he had the tag team championships?
Silly,
so I like that a lot.
I do as well, and it's also introduced the Street Profits to the mix, because they recently defeated RK Bro, so they're now saying, well, hang on.
That's what I was thinking.
Well, we should be next in line. So it looks as though they are going to get some sort of match, at least in maybe along the road to WrestleMania, if not at the show itself. I don't know.
We'll see. Also nice just to see Randy Orton okay as well after last week.
Yes, absolutely, yes. So yes, that's all very good stuff. We'll be back with more news later on today. Do check it out and leave your thoughts and opinions on any of these stories in that comments section down below. Andrew, thank you.
Thank you very much, Jack.
Thank you for watching as well. Take care of yourselves out there, and we'll see you very soon.